This is 12 Angry Pigs by Wade Bradford, played by Adela Rocio, Farouk Alejandro, and Deep Ali. The pigs walk to a table. They walk around, shy and uncomfortable at first.
So what are we supposed to do?
We decide whether or not that wolf is guilty.
He looks guilty to me.
Me too.
What do you mean he looks guilty?
Did you see those fangs?
Yeah, but the wolf isn't on trial for biting someone. The trial is about him blowing down those two houses.
He huffed and puffed and blew down the houses of those innocent little pigs.
I tell you, those wolves are dangerous.
Alright, let's get down to business. Since I'm the four pigs, when we go back into court, I will be the one doing the talking. Now we need to determine whether the big bad wolf is guilty or not guilty.
So let's vote.
All those who believe the wolf is guilty say oink.
Oink.
Anyone else?
I'm not oinking because I'm voting not guilty.
You think that big bad wolf is innocent?
Well, I haven't made up my mind yet. There have been so many stories about wolves doing terrible things. Maybe I would pay more attention to those fairy tales and not enough attention to the evidence.
There's plenty of evidence.
Well, I'd like to hear what all of you think.
Okay, that sounds fine. Let's take turn and explain to our fellow pigs why we think the wolf is guilty. Why don't you go first?
Me? Oh well, I guess I just think he looks awful scary. I can just picture him huffing and puffing and blowing down those houses.
But you didn't see him doing.
But you didn't see him not do it.
But you didn't see him not do it.
Huh? Look, the facts of the case are this. This wolf pretends to be selling cookies or something, and when the pig won't open up the door, whoosh, down goes the house of straw. The little pig runs to his brother's house made out of sticks. The wolf follows and whoosh, down goes house number 2. And it's a good thing their brother pig made a house out of bricks because it was strong enough to protect them from being eaten up by that evil wolf.
Thank you for sharing. What about you?
Me? Oh, I guess since everyone thinks he's guilty, he must be.
You shouldn't just agree with someone just because that's what a person wants.
Hey, you're right. I agree with you.
I believe the wolf is guilty because there was an eyewitness. A local village boy saw the whole crime take place, and since I'm sure he wouldn't lie, I am certain that the wolf must be guilty.
Little Blue skips across the stage. There is the little fella now. Hi, please, I'm glad to get my father's sheep.
Well, nice man, young man. That's why I voted to convict that big bad wolf.
Me too. Everything points to the wolf as a criminal. Who else could have done it? Yes, besides, he's a wolf. If he's not guilty of this crime, I'm sure he's guilty of something.
You shouldn't say that. It's not nice.
Look, nice or not, the facts clearly show that our wolf friend is guilty, but he should try to act all innocent.
Yeah, did you see him wearing that sheep's clothing during the trial? Well, I saw right through that.
Well, I thought little boy's Blue's testimony was convincing, but more than anything, I just didn't trust that wolf. He claimed that he was a Wolf Scout, selling Wolf Scout cookies door to door, but there's no such thing as a Wolf Scout.
Oh, but there is. There are Cub Scouts and Wolf Scouts and Troll Scouts and all sorts of scouts. And there are nice sort of spots. Say, maybe I was guilty too quickly.
What do you mean? Look, Mr. No Oink, I want to know why you voted not guilty. You're keeping us cooped up in here like chickens when we should be at home rolling around in mud like pigs.
And if the wolf didn't demolish those houses, then who did it?
I've been wondering about that myself. Why would a wolf want to knock down a pig's house to begin with?
Well, he wanted to eat.
So he blew the house down so that he could gobble out the first little pig.
But why wouldn't he just wait for the pig to leave his straw house and then grab him? Why spend all of that energy blowing down the house?
He couldn't wait. He was too hungry.
If he was too hungry, then why didn't he just eat the cookies he was selling?
Because wolves don't eat cookies.
Yeah.
They eat pork chops
Yeah.
and ham hocks.
Yes.
And stop agreeing with everything I say.
Oh, okay.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Me too.
I wish we had some lunch or something. You please, it's your time. Want some big snack?
Yes.
Yes.
Come and get it. The pigs run up to the boy, then the boy showed them that the bucket is empty. I was talking or something.
Ha! Well, you sure fooled us, young man.
Now, run along, little boy blue. We pigs have work to do.
Now, as I was saying, I don't think the wolf huffed at all.
Then how did the house fall down?
Think about it. Of the 3 little pigs, only one knew how to build houses well. And that little pig built his house out of brick. The houses of straw and sticks were so frail they could have fallen down when the wolf politely knocked on the door.
Politely not. Do you believe this, swine?
I'm just saying it's possible. And since when do wolves blow air with the force of a hurricane?
That's a very good point. I watched a documentary on wolves, and it didn't mention a thing about huffing or puffing.
Which reminds me of something else the defense forgot to mention.
What's that?
Oh, bailiff, we'd like to examine a piece of evidence.
Which one?
The wolf's fat legs.
Just a moment.
Thank you, bailiff.
What's a berry?
It's like the policeman for the courtroom. Throughout the trial process, he keeps things in order.
Order? I'd like to order a large extra cheese pizza, hold the pepperoni.
I'm awful hungry.
The boy entered carrying a pizza box.
Free cheese pizza, fresh from the oven. I'm so delicious. Who wants a slice?
Me.
I do.
Ha ha ha! For you again.
See, that's not very nice.
Little boy blue, that joke is not funny anymore. We are trying to work here. The boy left, the bailiff enters.
Here's the wolf pack.
Let's see. Here are the Wolf Scout cookies and his Wolf Scout badge.
That doesn't prove anything.
What about this?
So what?
How could the so-called big bad wolf huff and puff when he has asthma?
Oh my goodness.
I think we should have another vote.
Very well. Let's go around the table. All those who think the defendant is guilty say oink. I will go first. I say oink.
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 Not okay.
What do you know? I still say oink.
Oinking.
Oink.
Not oinking.
That's okay.
Oink.
Oink.
Not oinking.
That's 7 oink and 5 not oinking.
You wanna let that big bad wolf go free? What's with you? This little piggy is forgetful, and this little piggy is regretful. This little piggy's brain went to the market, and this little piggy should have stayed home. And this little piggy went wee all over the justice system.
But there's reasonable doubt. We don't have enough evidence.
There's a witness. The boy saw everything, and he heard that big bad wolf say, "Little pig, let me in, or I'll blow your house down." What more proof do you need to convict this cannon? There was a reliable witness.
Little boy blue entered with the baguette again.
Big slow and pizza, come and get it.
Get out of here, kid. We know you're trying to trick us.
Huh?
I guess that means your witness isn't so reliable.
I'm changing my vote to not guilty.
Me too. That kid is a liar.
Look like there's reasonable doubt. I changed my vote too.
Maybe we were wrong about this wolf. I knew he was innocent all along.
Are you serious?
Raise your hand if you vote not guilty. Anyone vote for guilty?
Oink. I know I'm right, and you'll never change my mind.
We aren't giving up. Let's keep talking. Convince us.
He's guilty.
Prove it.
Why can't you pigs see things the way I do? The facts are plain. Charlotte is guilty.
Charlotte? Who's Charlotte?
A spider? I mean, a wolf. I'm talking about the big bad wolf.
But that's not what you said. You said Charlotte. Who is she?
She was a spider named Charlotte, and she was my best friend. The day she broke my heart and left me, and I promised myself I'd never trust another non-pig again. I vote not guilty.
Poor pig, I think we're ready.
The bailiff brings in the wolf. The jury of pigs stand and form 2 lines.
Have you reached a verdict?
We have your honor.
And what is it?
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
Very well. Bailiff, you may release the defendant.
The wolf approaches the jury.
Thank you so much. I didn't think anyone would believe me.
Little Red Riding Hood rushes in. She points at the wolf.
Police, arrest that big bad wolf.
Ah, here we go again.
The end.